Okay, I think I've created some confusion and it's been brought to my attention, so I need to correct it. You'll notice in my videos that I always say when you're putting the snap rings in, put the taper of the tips up. And what I mean by that is, if you'll look, almost every snap ring has a taper to the tips of it. If you'll look at this one, even though it's not critical on this one just holds a ring gear in, so you can get behind it and dig it out. You don't really normally use snap ring pliers on this, but even this one has a taper to it. And same way with this one. This is on a 4L60 servo, where it holds the plate in the back of the servo. You'll see that there's a taper to it. It really doesn't matter on this one so much, because you can get in right here and dig the snap ring out. But there are certain times where it becomes critical, and here's like one on a 4L60 reverse input drum. You'll see that there's a taper to it. And what I mean by the taper of the tips up is you want the shortest end towards you. You don't want it the other way. If you'll look at this, you see that little taper right there on the edge of that. I want that short end up towards me, not this way. Because what happens is your pliers, if you put it in this way, they tend to slide off and they won't grip it as well. And sometimes it's not that critical, like on a reverse input drum, because you can get to it fairly easily. But when it becomes real critical is when you're in the back of a unit, say like on a 5R55 or a 4R44, A4LD, any of those, and you put the snap ring in upside down that holds the input shaft on, or the output shaft on, it tends to not, the pliers tend to not grab the tips of that very well, and it keeps sliding off. And usually, you know, once it slides off once, it gets exponentially worse, and it becomes harder and harder and harder to get that snap ring out the more times it slips off. So it's better to flip it where the tapers, you know, the short tapers up, so it gives it something to grab a hold of and tends to not slide off as easily. And there are exceptions to that rule, and usually it's when the snap ring has a taper here on the edge of it, like on your 604s, where on the input, you know, overdrive underdrive drum and your reverse drum, those two snap rings that are in there, actually I guess it's just the one, that holds the two underdrive overdrive pistons together. The snap ring itself has a taper here, so it doesn't matter what the taper of the tips of is out here. It matters that this taper goes up towards you on that. And there's very few exceptions to that, you know, that being one of them. The rest of the time, the tips of those, the short end of the tips of your snap rings need to face towards you. I hope that cleared up some confusion.